So welcome back to another moving vlog. It's been a little while actually since I filmed. It's been about 2 or 3 days because, as you can probably hear in my voice, I've had a horrible cold. I'm getting over it now though, I think, I hope. So I've kind of been a bit wiped out for the last few days and I haven't got anything done, so not much has happened house-wise. Joe's also been out of the country, so he's also not been here to do things, and yeah, we've kind of just come to a little bit of a halt with the unpacking. I forgot how stressful unpacking actually is. It's not stressful, it's just long and tedious and boring, and oh, there's not enough homes for places yet because we haven't got all the furniture up, and there's just a lot of boxes in my life right now. But yes, hello. Today I'm getting back on it. It's actually Sunday today and I have the house to myself, so I'm gonna just do a few little jobs and bits and bobs that I have been meaning to do for a while. Hopefully get at least one room unpacked and finished, which is where I'm standing right now, the bedroom. There are still quite a few things to be done in here. Obviously we still didn't have a bed. I have actually ordered, I've got them here, some swatches for headboard colours. I do have a bed and we are keeping it, the pink bed, as you guys have probably seen in quite a few of my videos. It's kind of something that I knew I wanted to change when we moved here. I ordered the bed well over a year ago, and I ordered it in this kind of blush pink colour, which at the time I loved, but I think it taught me a big lesson in not going so much for trend colours and trend pieces. It was at the time when millennial pink was all the rage. So yeah, it just doesn't kind of fit so much with the rest of the furniture that we have here and what I'm kind of into now. So yes, pink bed was probably one of my biggest regrets. I love it and I think it is beautiful. It's the most incredible pink bed, but it's just not quite right at the moment. So I kind of looked into recovering it, so rather than getting a new bed, which would be a complete waste of money. And I found a really great post on A Beautiful Mess, which I definitely trust their DIYs. These are all really nice, like plain, neutral, simple colours, and I think for the room and how it's looking at the moment, one of these colours is going to be perfect. So this one is probably a little bit too bluish, greyish, and I think this one's too dark, so that kind of leaves me with these three. I really like the colour of this cushion here, which is just a linen cushion cover from H&M. So actually this one here is almost identical. I do quite like this one though because it's a little bit warmer. I think this one is probably a bit too light. So I think it's definitely between these two. Up against the white wall, I definitely prefer this one. This one almost looks a little bit too greyish. This is going to be a difficult decision because I cannot make decisions at the best of times, especially not for something this big. Yeah, that's going to be something that I'm going to have to ponder over for a while. But the one job that I do want to do now is replacing these, what would we call these? This unit is something that I've had for so long. It's such a great storage space. It's just from IKEA. It has really nice deep drawers and it's wearing pretty well. When I got this, I did actually change the colour of these drawer pulls. I spray painted them copper because that was a thing that I was doing at the time. This one's kind of worn off a bit, but they were like a grey before. Not super into these anymore, so what I've done is ordered some new handles, and I think these are so cool. They're like matte black. I think they're called T-bar handles. That's what I searched for. I just got these on Amazon in a pack and they were pretty reasonable. So I've already put one on, which is here, and I think it looks a bit more cool and a bit more minimal, and I think it's just going to change the way this chest of drawers looks without having to go out and buy a whole new one. So I'm gonna put all these on now and see how they look. Hi. Hi. I have just done something really silly and taken all these off without realising that I now can't open these drawers. I'm gonna have to get the screwdriver in. Oh, there we go. Problem solved. There we go, that is done. That was so quick and so easy. I think it's really changed the way the whole dresser looks as well. I'm super happy with this. In terms of what's left to do here, so we have one of these clothing racks here, which has got Joe's work shirts on. I think I want to get a second one of these and put it on this side. There's kind of a gap here so that this little area becomes like a dressing space. We do have the big wardrobes in the second room with the rest of our clothes, but day to day and things that we just need to grab quickly, I think this could be a good little area for that. So I really want to get a nice round mirror to go here. I might put some of my jewelry and stuff on this side, and then Joe can put what he wants on this side. So that'll be the little getting ready area in the morning. And then yeah, the bed will go in, and hopefully then this room will be complete. I do have the second bedside table to put in, which I also picked up from IKEA when I got this one. This bedside table was so inexpensive, it was £15, and I love the way it looks. So we have a second one going in there. I'm not sure I'm gonna put anything else in here. I wanna keep this room quite minimal and a nice place to go to sleep. So this area, I think I'm just gonna keep empty. Usually Moon's bed ends up there in the evenings, so that's probably what this little gap's gonna be used for. And then I'm also gonna get the TV up on the wall because it's kind of just very precariously balanced on this little stool right now. So in the last place I had the TV on the wall in the bedroom and there was a fireplace, so there was kind of something underneath it. I'm not sure if it'll need like a shelf or something to kind of balance out so it's not just stuck on the wall there, but I'm gonna get it up first and then we'll see how it looks. And then also over here I'm not quite sure what to do with this little bit. I kind of wanted to cover this radiator because it's quite big and it's just there and not so beautiful, but I mean it's not a massive problem. I don't think I could get a radiator cover shallow enough, and it's in this kind of awkward space with the wall here, so not sure about that. But I might put some prints up on this wall here, maybe get some little print shelves and just stack a couple up. So I guess now that I've changed these drawers over and they're all finished, I no longer have an excuse to put off unpacking my clothes. It's not something that I've been looking forward to. I do have a very much minimalized amount of clothes as opposed to what I would have been bringing with me if I hadn't done my big wardrobe clear out. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I will link it somewhere here. So that's kind of making me feel better that I won't have a bunch of stuff to unpack. But I'm gonna put Friends on, I'm gonna get a coffee, and I'm gonna power through it. I'm back here again in the same spot, but it's a few days later. It's our first proper kind of weekend here in the flat, which is really nice. I still have a cold and I still sound disgusting and nasally, but I'm gonna go and take Moon for a walk in the park, which should be fun. Thought I'd show you guys what I'm wearing today. It's kind of sunny outside, which is strange. It feels a bit like spring. I'm still under the impression it's gonna be freezing cold though, so I've got a jacket.
Bitch!
Did you just throw a ball at me? So I've got on this jumper. I feel like I've been wearing nothing but neutral jumpers this week. I'm obsessed with them. This one is from ASOS, and I have it tucked into a pair of trousers here, which are from H&M. I like these, they're so comfortable. They're just little tie-waist trousers, really floaty material, perfect for a weekend. And I've just got my Converse on with these too for running around in the park. And that is me today.
You think you're so funny, don't you?
Hey, did our shoes match?
Yeah, you're copying.
That's a bit sad, isn't it?
Oh well.
Maybe one of us should change. So my fabric has finally arrived. This is the fabric that I'm going to use to hopefully DIY reupholster my bed. I also picked up an underlining because the tutorial that I read online, they did use an underlining because their bed was a darker color. I have mine here. It's kind of quite light, but I wasn't sure how thick this material would be. If I put this up against it though, I don't know if it might be a little bit unnecessary, because actually looking at that, you can't see the pink through at all really. Whereas this is the difference with the lining underneath it. So this part has lining and this part doesn't. I don't know if there is really much of a difference at all. Trying to work out now if it'll be worth it, because it is a whole extra step and I'll have to reline the whole thing twice or cover the whole thing twice. I'm not sure. I probably should do it just for good measure and just to kind of do the job properly. Either way though, I'm going to cut everything out, get all my size pieces I need, and then I should just be able to start stapling them on. I have a staple gun. I am slightly terrified of using this, but it wasn't expensive, and it's going to be so much more heavy duty than just using like a handheld stapler. So I got my staple gun, I've got my staples. I've just spent about 10 minutes trying to work out how to load it. Power tools. Safety first, always. First piece covered. I started off with the smallest bit just to make sure I could get the hang of it. It's actually incredibly easy. I just stapled everything nice and tight. The hardest bit's the corners. I kind of messed up on this side, but over here I think it looks a little bit neater. And this is just the underlayer, so it should all be covered up anyway. And you're not going to see this because it's the back. Feels pretty good though. I think I'm going to cover everything in the white underlay first, and then I'm going to start. Moon is just sneezing in the background. I'm going to cover everything in this first, and then I'm going to start on the actual outer layer of fabric. So this headboard did have, I'm not sure what they're called, but like buttons in it. And I was worried that you'd still be able to see them through, but it looks like the material's pulled tight enough that you can't, so that's good, because I wanted to kind of cover those over. All the rest of the frame's finished here in the underlining, and now I guess I just have to do the proper layer. I'm actually really worried about cutting this, because this is the thing that has to look good and I don't want to mess it up. But I feel like I've learnt a lot in the last half an hour just doing that little bit, getting a little bit shiny now. But yeah, I am gonna crack on with that. Finished. Look, a bed. Taking a little pause right now because I'm aching and bruised, sore, swollen, but I did it alongside my probably dirty feet. The bed is here. I'm not gonna lie, that was harder to do than I thought it would be. The actual upholstering was fine. I kind of got into a groove, got that technique down. Easy, not easy, but manageable, doable. Putting the bed back together was not as easy as I thought it would be. Number one, lifting this mattress. This is a Casper mattress. It's the best mattress ever, and I very much enjoy sleeping on it, but it's incredibly heavy. We had this problem when we moved it, and we had to chuck it in a van, folded in half. That was the only way we could lift it, because it's a big boy. Also, if you are thinking about doing this yourself, which I'm not sure any of you maybe are, but if you fall into that category, one thing I didn't realize is that when I screwed the bed back together, because the upholstery made it ever so slightly thicker, especially in the corners where everything gets tucked in together, that was a bit tricky. So I had to kind of loosen some screws here and there, tighten them up again. It was a bit of a trial and error situation, but in the end I got it all together. There was only one dodgy screw, which is in this corner here. Incidentally, that is my side, so if anything happens, I'll be the one falling on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna get up now. Let me show you the bed. I'm actually really pleased with it. I think the color looks amazing, exactly what I wanted. I actually went for a shade called Putty in the end, and I got this fabric from John Lewis. Surprisingly, John Lewis fabric, not that expensive compared to other online retailers, places like that. So it worked really well. It stapled great. Some patches maybe are a little bit uneven. I think the corners are pretty good. If you go around the side, you can kind of see a little bit of the DIY element of this, but unless you're going to be looking behind my bed, I think it's turned out really, really good. This is the bottom or the frame, and then the corners, the legs, I've kept the same. I was thinking about painting them, but I think they actually fit in just fine the way they are. They're kind of like a light wood. So happy with it. Also so happy I decided to kind of cover over the buttons. I think having just this plain button-free headboard looks a lot more modern and cool. I really like how this looks, and you can't feel them. They're not dipping in anywhere. This is where a button should be, and it still looks really flat and really smooth because I did try and pull it quite tight. You can kind of see where I've pulled it a bit too tight along here, but that is no problem. I don't mind that too much. And now I just have a few little last bits and bobs to finish in here. I've just got some stuff to hang, some little decorations to put around. There is the lamp still to go up, so that is my one big DIY project left to do, and that is what I'm gonna do now. And when I say I'm doing it, I actually mean this one is. Great start. The only problem is I don't have a bulb that fits inside here, so I'm gonna have to go out and get one, but kind of was umming and ahhing about where to actually place it, whether it should be higher or lower, but I think this will be okay. It's kind of like a reading light, so if you pop it out like that, it's about the right height. Also, if it's too bright, you can just twist this up and it'll be more like soft uplighting. So yeah, that's the lamp. That's from made.com. I'll list everything down below in the description just so I don't have to rattle it all off now. Also, there's quite a bit of stuff from IKEA in here. The bedside tables from IKEA, as well as this rug which we picked up, which is actually the perfect size just to go right in front of the dresser here. I wasn't sure if I should tuck it underneath, but I quite like how it looks just being a little walkway up to the bed. I was gonna put a big mirror here, and I actually ordered this one. This is from Urban Outfitters, thinking it was bigger than it was. I should have checked the measurements, and it's quite diddy, but I don't know. I kind of like how it looks. It keeps this wall a bit more simple. And then I think maybe some prints above the bed could be quite nice, just a couple of small things. But yeah, I still want to keep this room quite plain. So that is where we are now. I just want to jump into this bed. It looks so cozy. I can't wait to sleep on it. We've been sleeping on the floor for the last month, so it's gonna be good. I can't wait for tonight. Speaking of tonight, it's actually mine and Joe's 6th month anniversary, which seems weird and soon, and at the same time like it's been a whole lot longer than that. So I think we're gonna go out, maybe get some drinks and some food, which should be nice. So I'm actually gonna go and get ready for that because he should be home soon, although I'm now sitting on the bed and I kind of just want to nap. I will nap later, I deserve one for sure. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. Thank you for watching this vlog. It's been a bit of a drawn out one, but we finally completed the bedroom, which I'm so excited about. This room looks in a lot better state than the rest of them do now, so it's a work in progress for sure, but thank you guys for coming along and watching this one with me. So I will see you again in my next video. That is all from me today, and bye bye.